and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.
Welcome to Brooklyn of the Brown Table here on the Rush Evening Rush Network. We're coming to you live to you on this Tuesday. We have my host to the left of me, Ali Mo.
Yes, sir.
My boy.
How y'all doing?
Our standing host tonight will be my boy Ro.
Yes, sir. What's good, my son Mike, my boy Flock? What's good?
First and foremost, we have my niece in the house, Miss Tiffany James.
How you
Hey,
doing?
what's going
Tiffany?
on?
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
yes.
Yeah. So we're here. And you can hear us and you can actually see us right here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. You want to hear us? We're actually on the Anchor FM, Heart Radio Pandora, iTunes Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and Spreaker.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna kick it off today. Our topic of the day is on the fallen brother. We all know him. We all know Mr. Kevin James.
Samuels.
Kevin Samuels. I'm so sorry. Kevin
So
Samuels. That's right.
Yes, sir.
My niece's name is stuck in my brain.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's so good.
Kevin Samuels, exactly. Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Kevin James from Kings and Queens. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely that. Yeah. So yeah, what's your take on that, Fruit?
Yo, my take on that is he's a wild cowboy, and what happened? It happened. You was womanizing these women, so you know what happened. Now you get caught up with a younger woman. So but God bless him, man, like in his family though.
Exactly.
You know, it ain't too much to say about him.
yeah, real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the youngest, I believe, on the channel, and he was womanizing younger females.
Too much
So
to say about
what I'm gonna say about him is, I believe he was kind of doing good and bad. Like, know what I mean, he was kind of saying the right things to these females, but he was kind of like, I mean, kind of saying some bad things to these females. So I've been watching this live, and he kind of not some of them look bad. Like he be kicking them off the channel fast. They don't get a chance to talk. So well, I'm gonna say he's dead. He passed away. I don't got nothing bad to say about him, and I just wish these females would just let him rest in peace and let his family just mourn in peace. You know what I mean? Instead of they coming out and saying this and that. You know what I mean? That's my piece on it.
Straight up.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah,
What
definitely that.
you think, Tiffany? Hit us with something.
Well, I have a lot to say. First, definitely, God bless him. As he transitioned
Yes.
on,
Yes.
it's something death is death, right? It's very sad that he died suddenly and also so young.
Yes.
Yes.
But what I will say, I'm kind of torn. I've been speaking about this gentleman for quite some time with my friends. People would send me posts and I'll look at it. And I felt like he had a great platform, but I felt he did himself a disservice. And here's the
Yes.
reason why. I think that some of the stuff that Kevin Samuels was stating to the women that he was interviewing was not incorrect,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
However, I do feel that it was his choice to interview these selection of women. So
Mm-hmm.
if you really was a fan of his or you viewed some of his YouTube or his Instagram or his platform, you would notice
Mm-hmm.
the certain kind of caliber of women that he interviewed, right?
Yes.
He never interviewed a woman of stature, a woman of status, an
So
educated
that's a
woman,
fact.
right?
That's a
So
fact, movie.
he used his platform that also hurt and hindered what he was really with the message that he was really trying to get out, right?
Yes.
And so with that, if you look at the caliber of women that he was interviewing, one would say, okay, what he's saying is not right based on whom he's speaking to.
Yeah. Right.
But
Yes.
Right.
what he did
Yes.
was he used
Correct.
his platform to generalize all black women. And that is where he fell short. Had
Yes.
he used his
Correct.
platform to get a different perspective from different women and being able to have that conversation on the same level, I think that he would have had a broader audience, and
Mm-hmm.
also he would have leveled the playing field. But because he
Okay.
did it, his platform was tarnished. I
Okay.
personally didn't like him, but I definitely being a business minded person and having a business sense, I definitely saw the way the platform was going. He just was going about it all wrong.
Okay, now we gotta give all respect due to his family and everything,
Of
but
course.
we
Absolutely.
gotta ask each other. That's what we forgot to do when we opened up. To ask each other how was each other weekend was this week. You know what
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
mean? That's being mad polite.
yeah.
That's being mad
Our manners is
gentleman. You
bad.
know, like you know what I mean. That was on us. But how was y'all weekend,
I
Great.
mean,
Mike?
Great. Restful. I'm extremely busy. I'm extremely busy during the week. So when I can get a time to rest, reflect, sit back, it's always a good weekend.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
blessing, blessing.
That's a blessing.
Bro,
Right.
how was
Weekend
your
was
weekend?
weekend was great. I mean, kick back. I mean, watch the playoffs and stuff. And I'm a basketball fan. I mean, so
Blessing.
I work 5 days a week. Delivering wine. If y'all ain't know, but yeah. So my weekend was a blessing. I mean, I can't complain. I'm living. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I got food in my crib, rent paid, bills paid, so I can't complain. I mean, I'm living.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Big Mike,
yeah,
you?
definitely that, definitely that. I mean, we still here, and that's a blessing,
Thank God.
But yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But like you said, yes, we should have gave homage to his family. Because like anybody that passes on, you definitely pay homage to the family. So that was on us. Thank you. Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
But
so.
you still, my brother. I want to know how was your weekend,
Oh yeah,
man. Like,
definitely.
Right.
Yeah,
you know, you gotta hit us up,
my
man. Let
weekend
the
is
world
definitely
know.
always busy. You already know. I make it do what it do. I keep it running. Hey,
All right,
it's
right.
always a plus when you still here to say, hey,
That's a
you keep
fact.
on going. A lot of people,
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, a lot of
Listen,
people.
God is good. God is blessed.
Mm.
Yep.
Well, my weekend was about whole lot of chilling shit. Like no
Yeah.
need to curse, but a whole lot of chilling stuff.
Yeah.
Eating good as always. Trying to gain a little bit of weight and keep it a middleweight. But other than that, it was beautiful, man. The weather
Mm-hmm.
was in
Yep.
between. Today they gave us a blessing, so we
Yeah.
good. It was a good weekend. You
Yeah.
know.
And tell them, Flock, tell them we speak off the camera all the time. Know what I mean, you gotta let
Yeah,
the. Know what I mean, we
yeah,
communicate. So know what I mean, we like
yeah,
brothers. I'm just far away from these guys, but know what I mean, I'm a brother
yeah.
from a far away. I mean,
You know,
Yeah.
God is good, man. God is
yeah,
good, man. God is good, man.
all the time, all the
We
time.
got really focused on the real stuff. But anyway, since we have a mother right here too, right?
Mm.
Yes,
Exactly.
Let me
Yes.
yes.
ask you
Yes. We have
something.
a mother.
How was your Mother's Day?
Happy belated Mother's Day. Sorry to
Thank
cut
you.
y'all.
No,
Definitely,
no, no. My Mother's
definitely
Day
that.
was really, really good. Really good. I'm just thankful to be here. Another Mother's Day. I have my son, thank God.
Hmm.
Blessing, blessing.
Just raising a young male in these streets is just something that I just can't even explain. So
Yeah,
just for any mother who is blessed by the grace of God to have your kids with you is just a blessing in itself. Whether it's
Yeah,
raining, snowing, sunny, it's just a
yeah,
blessing. It's definitely a
Yeah.
blessing.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
I
Yes, it is.
agree. I
Yes, God
agree.
bless, man.
Hmm.
What about you, Ro, man? How you feel about Mother's Day for you, man?
Um, well, my Mother's Day was kind of different because like I'm up here, and my mom is like in the Bronx, so
Hmm.
at the moment I couldn't really travel, so I just try to send my hugs and kisses through text messages and a little card, and for my mom, and I am engaged, so I try to do a little thing for my wife and stuff,
Oh,
something a little special.
congrats.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
Black
blessing,
love.
blessing.
Yeah,
Hashtag
Black
all the
black
time.
love,
love.
man.
That's all
That's
I'm
what we
about.
want to
That's all
see,
I'm
man. We
about.
want to
Black
see
love
that, man.
and
You
keeping
know
the
what I mean?
family
That's what
together.
we
That's
want
all
to
I'm
see,
about.
man.
But yeah, I try to do a little something special for my wife. It's not over yet because well, I keep it
Blessing.
real. I keep it real. It wasn't a pay week, so I couldn't do what I really wanted to do for my wife.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's not over yet. You know what I mean?
That's
So I
it.
did what I could, and
Okay,
I mean,
next
I'm
question,
a
man.
that's it. But how was
Yeah,
y'all Mother's Day? You know what I mean?
mine was a
But
blessing. I didn't have a mother here, so
Mm.
you know what I mean. But I'm still welcome that I have a wifey and I have a daughter, and I have cousins and I have family members that's mothers. So I'm blessed on that. It was great, but it was sad though. It was sad. It
Yeah,
was sad.
I know,
Ain't nothing like mama love.
Right.
man.
You want to eat some good food, man.
I pray for you. I pray for you though, bro. You know what I mean? And it's
Man,
like I said, man. Like
I
I said,
pray
I
for
got your back,
everybody.
bro. I know how hard it. I don't know how hard it is to lose a mom, but like I'm a brother, and I'll support you. I mean,
Yeah, that,
with that, bro.
but
So you know how it go.
to Mike, man, how you feel about Mother's Day, bro?
Yo, like I said, I'm fortunate to have all my mother,
Blessing.
my sisters, my nieces. I'm glad to
Blessing.
see all of my mothers. Accomplished mothers, professional mothers. Business mothers in some senses. Yeah, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm so proud of all of them, man. I can
Single
sit here and
mothers.
talk about them all day. But yeah,
Word.
I'm just blessed to have them. All still here in the family,
Yeah,
still
Thank
here
man.
God.
on earth. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely that.
Man.
You know,
Yep.
you know.
The society, man. You got to bless them, man, while
That's
they
God,
here,
man.
man. Society.
Single mothers out there too. They
You gotta
playing
bless
mothers
them.
and fathers. Know what I mean,
Hello.
Yes.
for
Yes.
real.
Yes.
That's why my mom was. Know what I mean, I had a stepfather, but my mom was still a mother and father to me, and
Always.
two other kids, two other kids.
Mhm.
So
Always.
Mhm.
It was
And
fire.
Mother's Day
I,
is every day. Know what I
I
mean,
think
Right.
for me, I
so
think what people don't realize, and single mothers can understand it better, is that being a single mother, you have to be the nurturer and also the disciplinary.
Yes.
yeah,
And it's
man.
Yes.
hard because, especially with single mothers raising young men, it's hard because you kind of, if you are, for myself speaking, being transparent, I am more of a disciplinary. But
Mm-hmm.
then when you get that role and you're trying to keep them in a straight path, sometimes you forget
Mm-hmm.
that moment where the nurture needs to take place.
That's true.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Right.
so
That's true.
you one thing that I've learned about, I've learned through this journey of 21 years,
Mm-hmm.
is that as a single mother, you just got to give yourself some grace.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You're doing all you
Exactly.
can, and
That's
it's
true.
it's hard, it's emotionally hard, it's financially hard, it's taxing, but God wouldn't give you anything that you can't bear.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
Yup.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
So
That's
only the
good
strong
parenting.
survive.
Yup.
That's
That's good
true.
And
That's
parenting. What
true.
you think?
That with the grace of God, I mean, you can do anything.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yup.
You got to be blessing
Hey,
all the mothers that's praying out there.
it's
And
true,
definitely be
man.
blessing.
Hmm.
I just want to say this. I like my mom. I was born in Washington D.C. My mom had me about the age of 17, 18. So I know how hard it is for a single mom because my pops, he was locked away in jail and stuff. Even though he was sending a little money here and there to help, but my mom been a single mother for years now, and
Hmm.
like I said, it's not just me. She got two others, and to me, she did all right. Well, more than all right. I mean,
Hmm.
Blessing.
it's a battle for y'all single mothers, and like I said, Mother's Day is not just one day.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
That
every
shit
day.
is
That's
You
Yeah.
have to
every day.
celebrate, and just because it's a calendar day, as single mothers, you have to celebrate yourself, right? And that's where the self-care comes in at, right? Whether
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's taking time for yourself, 30 minutes, or doing a spa day, or just catching up with your girlfriend, just
yeah,
letting your hair down. You have to do it because
Mm-hmm.
where you
yeah,
have self-care, there's sanity there.
Yeah.
Yes, it
You
is.
got a big
You know?
job. You got a very big job.
big job.
That
Exactly.
job is
Mhm.
very big, yo.
The
When I
Yep.
job
go
that
to the
never, the
hospitals,
job that your kids will forever owe you. There's not
Mhm.
enough
yeah,
money in the
yeah,
world they can pay you back.
That's the truth. That's the
yeah.
truth. Yeah.
That's why I only got girls, man. I only
Ah!
have girls. I got 3 daughters
See,
and one granddaughter. My mom's I had
it's a
5 that was
blessing.
boys, no sisters. My mom's got all the boys,
Well,
and now we got all the girls.
well, I
Me
had
and my
Ah!
brother.
I had a
Mhm.
niece.
Superheroes. Y'all are
I had,
superheroes, man. I can't lie about that.
I
I'd
have
be a
I
fool to
have
say not.
I have a niece that made me not want to have a girl.
Ah!
Definitely that.
Uh,
Definitely that, bro. No girls,
Nah,
bro. I'm good.
y'all,
No girls.
y'all stubborn. Y'all some
No girls.
stubborn women, bro.
No
Y'all some
girls.
stubborn women,
No
bro.
girls.
Yo,
Yeah,
y'all is
man.
crazy with it. Y'all is crazy with it.
Can't live with him. Can't live without him, bro.
Ah,
No
Hmm.
yeah,
girls,
Talking
man.
about. Man.
You know, girls.
That's crazy.
You know,
Beautiful and joy, though. The beautiful and joy, man. Beautiful and joy.
definitely that.
Yo,
I agree.
what y'all think about life period? Life period. We gotta ask the world, what do they think about life period? Something good.
Man,
Where they
shit.
see themselves in like maybe like 5 years, maybe about like 10 years after right now. You know.
I can't even.
You
Be
know, if
honest, I
people
can't.
people always ask that question, they go, "Oh my God, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, and where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?" And the point is, you really can't answer that, and here's why: because sometimes our plans are not God's plans, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you
And I
go.
think what happens with that is sometimes what we want to do, we don't align it. We don't ask God, "Well, what is your will for me?" Because
Mhm.
if you're aligned with God's plan, it will flourish. You'll
Thank
have
you.
it, right?
Right, right.
So a
Exactly.
lot of times we like,
Exactly.
well, I just want to buy this house in the next 5 years, and God is saying you're not prepared for that, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Because in the blessing, there's preparation time, and a lot of times when we look for stuff and we say, oh, where do we want to be in the next 5 or 10 years? We're talking about something that's earthly, like, oh, I want to be able to be a supervisor, or I want a house, or I want a car. But then we don't get
Mhm.
them things, and we're upset, and we're like, well, why do we not obtain these things? And I feel, for me personally, is because we don't align what we want to do with the will of God. I feel once you
Yes.
do that, your plans will come to fruition.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
So
definitely
it's
That
that.
was
just
a
Definitely
hard
that.
to say. It's just
that
like,
was a good
Definitely
comment.
that.
That
yeah,
was a good
people say,
comment
well,
she had down there
where do you
too.
want to be in the next 5 or 10 years? And my answer is, I just want to continue to be in his grace. I want to
Yeah.
continue
Hey,
to be able to walk. I want to continue to be where he needs me to
Amen.
be, doing what he needs me to do.
true that.
Amen.
True that. Definitely that.
Amen.
Definitely that.
All right. But you know what? We got to go back to this topic. Go stick to the topic that we had just fell off though,
Mhm.
and we were talking about the Kevin. What's his name again?
Sammy.
Samuels.
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 Kevin Simmons. Mhm.
Samuel.
Yep. He's a
Wow,
big topic.
man.
And I just want to say
Yo,
this
he
about him.
is
I
a
feel like it was a lot of stuff going, a lot of people saying things about him. They're saying, oh, he wasn't what he spoke of. He wasn't doing what he said. He wasn't doing what he told other people to do. And my thing is, that's people, right? Like, how many times have you had a friend to tell you, leave that girl, or leave
Yeah.
that guy, and they won't do it themselves,
No.
right?
Yep.
they
Yep.
don't
So
do
at
it
the
Yep.
end of the day,
themselves. Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
you have to give him grace. Like, he found the platform that was going to make him money, and he used it. Just
There's
like
some
the
money.
rappers who say they killers are not
Yep.
really
Yep.
killers, or
And they
the
ain't
women,
doing none of that.
right? Or women, or you
Right.
get on Instagram. How many, if you on social media, how many people now, they professional speakers, career coaches. Like, where'd you
Yeah.
get,
Coaches.
like, these people are all
With
making
no
money off a
degrees.
They
platform. It's
making a
it's a
career. Yeah.
business.
Yeah. They.
Yeah,
Yep.
with no degrees. Some of
Right,
them
with
don't have
no
no
degrees, no type of
degrees to do them.
education behind it, and this is what they
Yeah.
do. So
Yeah.
again, you have to give him some grace. He found the platform. He found this niche. Is it a niche that we like? But
Because everybody do a lot of coonery stuff. So you know what I mean? He wasn't the only
he
coon.
wasn't the. And even when he's gone, God rest his soul, it's going to be people after him that's going to pick up that torch, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And do the
And
True.
same thing.
like,
And
I
run with
don't know
it.
if you guys are familiar. His name was Derek Jackson.
Yes.
And he was like a love coach. He was on Instagram, and he was telling people how to
Yes. He's a
love and
life
how to be
coach.
married. And
Yeah,
then it
life
came
coach.
out years ago, and years after that, he was actually cheating on his wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
And
heard about that
every
story.
and
Okay. All
We
right.
everybody just started
fornicating.
like talking
You
about him and
brothers out
cheating on
here
and talking down to
fornicating.
him.
We fornicating.
We all thought, listen, no, exactly. But the thing is, when you have something like that, I think when people start putting you on a platform and start idolizing you, they look at you for perfection, and they forget that we all fall short.
All fall short.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
and we all human.
Yeah, we
We
all
all
human.
human.
I
We all human.
didn't care
So
for what he was talking about, but I did sometimes agree with what he was saying to the people he was saying it to. But I
but
think
it's a
that he
right
should
way.
definitely
It's a right
have more
way.
substance, and there was no substance in the show.
Yeah.
It was a right way to certain things you talk to people and put it in a better perspective. You're not gonna
Mhm.
go tell your kid, go out there and get that effing money, and he's only 5 years old or 7
Right,
years old.
right.
That's
So
true.
you gotta know how to talk to people. If you want somebody to learn something and understand what you're saying,
That's
you
true.
gotta put it in the right way. Though, don't try to degrade them when you're making money. You
And
know
that's
what I
true. And I
mean?
think that I think just my last point with him, I think that he definitely used it again. Like I said, I was torn from a negative perspective because you know, as Black women, and all Black women can vouch, we are like the lowest of the totem pole when it comes to someone taking care
Exactly.
of us, right?
Exactly. That's a
So
fact.
it's like, you know, we have, not only are we being looked at, like when we go into a boardroom, including myself, I'm in corporate America. When I go into a boardroom and I'm looking at my peers, I have to remind myself, I have to be in this room, right? I need to be
Exactly.
in this room, right? I earned
Exactly.
my degrees tell me I need to be in this room. But this is something that we
Exactly.
go through every day. So for a Black male to have over 1 million followers regarding Black love, he should have thought of that, right?
Yeah.
There's no one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have
Yeah.
little protection. If you look at it from a society perspective, they'll give a person that shot a dog more years than they do for
More
beating up a
years.
Black woman.
Yep. And
You
and
understand?
that's and
Yeah, that happened already. Michael Vick got
that's right.
shit.
Exactly.
The hell, that happened
Right, but
already.
then right, and
Yep.
they gave him
Yup.
more time for shooting. He wasn't even there,
Yup.
Yep.
but they
It's
gave him more time than they would do for a
yup.
Black on Black crime or a Black man killing a Black
Yup.
woman.
A nigga, a
Yeah.
dude shot
Um,
himself. He shot himself. Nigga, they
yeah.
still gave him a whole lot of time.
So it's
Yup,
like
Look,
we
man.
have. I mean, so
that's
for us to be the
that's a
low end
different.
of the totem pole, I think
It's
once you
better.
see that, I
Another day
think that's
topic.
when God gave you a platform. He should have really used it. Like I'll
Yeah.
give you something. I was talking to my husband, and I was talking about 50 Cent and Ja Rule. And I was saying how 50 Cent kind of, the whole thing. I think 50 Cent kind of damaged Ja Rule. And I said, well, Ja Rule was really big and he was it. And he's a better
Mm-hmm.
performer than 50.
Mm-hmm.
So how did 50 just come out and just make it to do all these movies and shows and make it to where he's at? And my husband said something from his
Okay.
perspective, and I thought was interesting. He said to me, sometimes God will give you something when he know you'll do more with it.
Perfect. Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
That's
Right?
true.
Yeah.
He
That's
because
right.
if
That's
he
right.
gave 50 this platform, he saw that 50 was gonna create more jobs for people who look like us.
Exactly.
Put
Exactly.
people on the map, right?
On that
Create
map, that
opportunities.
things look like that.
If
Yep.
Ja Rule would have if he would have gave Ja Rule an opportunity, we don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think for Kevin, it's like you had a platform and you really should have used it more productively than you
More
did.
productive. Yeah. More. And then the allegations that's going on. You know what I mean? These is allegations, yo. I wasn't there. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not none of that. I have nothing to do with that. But then after he passes, they put dirt on that his name, and then they're gonna look for the people that he was scrutinizing to come and help him. How that's gonna look? Because right now they throwing dirt on that man's name.
Right.
They are. And I think it was allegedly he was actually with the young woman when he passed away, right?
Yeah. So she
Yes.
was
Yeah,
32 years old.
Yep.
She was a nurse. And he had the last live he had, he was talking to her in the background. I was watching it on somebody's
Allegedly.
YouTube. I can't remember.
Allegedly.
Well, yeah, allegedly.
Because
Yeah,
we
But
wasn't there. We wasn't there. So
yeah,
you
you
know,
right.
we
You
don't
right.
know.
Allegedly, but
Allegedly.
everybody's saying that's the girl that called the cops. You know what I mean,
Right.
all big platforms are saying that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's a horrible way to go.
That's
It's
the
really for real.
Michael. What's the name? Murray dude.
Yeah.
The Michael Jackson. The
Yeah.
Michael Jackson effect.
Yeah. Dr. Murray.
Dr. Murray.
Yeah, Dr.
You
Murray.
know what? That's another story.
No
man.
relation,
We
no
can't get into
relation,
that.
no
No
relation.
relations.
No relation.
Wow.
This is hearsay.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
right.
You know,
it's
man,
crazy.
it ain't
He looked
facts.
perfectly fine on that video before he passed. So you know what I mean.
Mm.
Him waking up to what they said, his chest was hurting, and it's just crazy. You know what I mean,
So why
I
he's
really
never
want to know.
went to the hospital? That's the real
Right.
thing. The
But I'm
doctor, you
saying
got
that
a
they
doctor
said
there.
he woke up and his chest was hurting, bro. I mean, so I don't know.
If you got a doctor there, wouldn't a person want to call you and tell you to go to the hospital? I don't think you should.
But she was telling from what I gathered, and I don't be on social media like that, but from what I gathered, a little bit of it was that she was telling the 911 that he needed an AED, which is a defibrillator.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So she knew what to get, because sometimes when somebody's having a heart attack, you automatically, if you go into corporate offices, every floor near
There's a
exit or
defibrillator.
entry area has an
Yeah.
AED.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it has to be checked every month. So
Exactly.
she knew that whatever was going on, he needed an AED. He needed AED equipment fast, and she was telling the 911 operator that.
Mm-hmm.
So she knew something.
What's
Yo,
wrong?
when God call you, He calls you. He don't care what. He didn't give you no warning signs. He didn't give you the next day. or the day before that warning signs, he didn't just came and got you.
Right.
So
You went to DF. Yeah.
you know that's a pain, a hard pill to swallow, and then you got so much rumors going around talking about he need a GoFundMe page, and this
Damn,
man's
really?
supposed to be a
Yep.
millionaire.
Damn. Shit, it was is we
This
reading
world
the
is
comments
crazy.
though? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh?
But
They
it's
was
true.
disgusted. Word? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
they looking for a GoFundMe page
Well,
for this man.
His mother was supposed to start that.
Yo, why should he have to go have a GoFundMe page? That's like AC Johnson. What's that comedian name? He had to have a GoFundMe. AJ Johnson.
Yeah,
he had to have a GoFundMe page.
And that's very
people with
important.
money.
I was just about to talk about that. Like, one thing I wanted to say, like, it's very important, and I feel like in my community of people of color, our males do not go to the doctor as they should.
No,
yeah,
I said that
They
last
don't.
week too.
They don't go to the doctor as they should. They go to the doctor when it's like literally like, oh my God, I'm ready to pass out. And at that point, it's like, and then that's one part. And then the second part about it is when the black males, when you get to the doctor, you can't articulate what's wrong.
Yeah.
And so they're just giving you whatever they feel. Okay, you don't feel well. Let's try something. Let's try something that maybe can help. And then that also can put your body in a spiral downhill, right? And then my last point is also about his mother starting to GoFundMe. That's another thing in our community. I'm also a licensed life insurance. Well, I call myself a wealth agent. And the reason why I became a wealth agent is because people in my society and my community do not realize the importance of life insurance, right?
Life insurance,
a lot of times when you hear life insurance, you think of death. And I am a person who don't like to think of death. So I'm like, I did not want to listen to it or go through it. But as I went through my training, I became more equipped to say, it's not really about death, right? It's about two things. It's about you understanding how to leave a legacy, and then also educating your children to do the good with the money that you leave them.
Exactly.
Yo, L Holmes 177 said he didn't have no life insurance. And
oh shit.
I don't mean to cut you off. That's one thing about with the politics. I mean, like, yo, with all of these superstars and everything, you wouldn't have a life insurance. Like, you wouldn't want to leave no money to your family, to your kids, and who managed it after your money is gone? Like, after you gone, who managed the money?
Well, first of all, when you pass away, I think the two things that's critical is that a lot of people don't have life insurance, and then those that do don't have enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example. If you have a house and your house is worth $100,000 and you are the sole provider of your family, and you have a wife and you have 2 children, when the first thing you should think about when you get life insurance is, okay, I need to make sure that this house is covered. So if your home is $100,000, that means that your life insurance should be minimum $100,000.
Hell yeah.
But see, people don't think like, oh, I got 25,000. First of all, once you do everything you need to do, it ain't no more left. So you have to think about it from a perspective. I have a family. So if you have a family, you have to think about it. If I was making $60,000 a year, I have to get a life insurance policy for at least 60 times 10 to make sure that my wife can still sustain our family when I'm going.
Oh yeah.
Talk on, sister.
That's free game.
A lot of people don't think about that, and I've seen a lot of people and they really got me to want to do it once COVID happened. Because I mean, all on people that I knew, GoFundMe. I'm like, GoFundMe. He was driving a 750.
Yeah.
In the
neighborhood.
He wear Versace. He wear Versace. His suits are Versace down.
Every time I see him, he in 5 different places that I done been, but I got life insurance.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. I thought we was all on the same page.
Preach on.
So it's very important because let me tell you something. People don't realize it. It's all about legacy. You
Yeah.
wanna? I don't. Nobody wants to be
That's
remembered as that
crazy.
person who was driving a 750 and then had to get everybody
Yeah.
from the neighborhood to bury him, because that's how they're
Mhm.
going to remember you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're not
That's
gonna
sad.
remember you how you was in the club popping bottles, buying every
None of
Rolex,
that.
Yo,
driving a
what's
750.
good, my
They're not gonna
kid?
remember
That's
you like
sad.
that.
That's
They're gonna
sad.
remember you, yo, that nigga had mad stuff. He
Yeah.
passed away. He ain't have nothing. He ain't leave nothing for his kids. And that's how they're gonna
Right.
talk about you. So that's how you
That's
want your
true.
legacy to go. That's fine. But I'm not. I'm
That's
not. I'm not
true.
signing up for it. I'm not giving no money to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Me
But they
neither.
also be robbing the hood. You know what I mean? Life insurance is in every neighborhood where they know is major crime at, where there's a whole lot of stuff going on. So, life insurance is crazy too.
Yeah.
It is
Because a lot
definitely
of times,
crazy, and I think it's definitely crazy, and I feel like people don't understand
okay,
it, and that's why it's crazy to them, because again, you get what you can afford, but you make sure it's the maximum for your family,
yeah.
and that's
We
and
didn't,
that's why they need to have more people who look like us going into the neighborhoods where we come from.
Right.
yep. All right, y'all. We're gonna have to get ready to go into this break right now, and then we're gonna come
Yup.
back with more good conversations with Miss Tiffany
And
Yes,
Rowe
sir.
and the Don.
and
You already.
if you want to find
Yes,
out
sir.
how to do a podcast, this is the information you need.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
Welcome back here, Brooklyn on the Brown Table here, live on the Evening Rush Network. Yeah, that conversation was definitely getting heated, and was definitely food for thought, because we really do
I'm
need
hungry.
to take heed of that information right there.
I'm hungry. That was so much good food too.
Exactly.
I'm hungry.
That
My stomach is full.
that definitely touched base. That definitely
did.
touched base. To have
I
a brother
did.
like Kevin Samuels, need a GoFundMe page,
Crazy.
and this
Allegedly.
allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
this brother is making 6 figures off of YouTube. What? I
Allegedly.
don't know.
Word.
Allegedly again.
Versace
but,
down, Rolex. I should seen
exactly.
him on the No Jumper podcast, bro. He had the Rolex on, and come on, bro.
And then
I mean, just because it was a Rolex, we don't know if it was a Rolex. So
You
look at
right.
it,
You
they
right.
hitting us up. They just
Right.
hitting us up. They put it. That's when the spooky time come in. We start really talking. When you start talking about that, man, the spooky time come in. But it's all it's all in effect. It's all in the energy. Maybe sometimes when you speak the truth, that's what happens. It splurs. The light goes out. Well, that's our conversation with old boy. Old boy was a good man, a soldier. At that.
okay.
Yeah, can't
Healthy
take that
soldier
from
at
him.
war. At that, man.
Can't take that from him.
Right.
At
Very
best.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was definitely some good information we need to take heed of.
Yeah.
As for that, information with the insurance, you definitely have to have insurance on deck, because you don't want those problems left to your family at the end of the day.
Yeah, people have to mourn you and figure it out. Like it
Exactly.
doesn't make sense. And I think that it's you want to leave the life that you lived, right? You want to be remembered, because that's just what it's about, and it's about a legacy, right? You have kids, especially if you have children. You put money aside if you want them to go to college, if you want them to start a business, and it's not only about leaving the money. It's about sitting them down and educating them educating them on how to sustain it.
Right.
Yeah.
Start a business, buy a brownstone, do something with it that's gonna provide you with recurring money, recurring assets.
First of all, you gotta have some type of willing too, man. But before all that, you gotta have willing. If you're not willing to do that, you're not going to make it. You know what I mean? Everything is dealing with willing. So this world, we got a will to make it. So if you want to make it, sister's telling you exactly how to get your shit together. It ain't hard. It's kind of hard, but it ain't hard. But you know, sorry to cut you off, but
It's a
It's
conversation.
true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why that's why I'm here on this channel, because I'm the youngest, and I take knowledge from y'all too, because I want to know how to live too. I need to know how to, just like you said, life insurance. I got life insurance though, but I just got to know how to do it the right way. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if I got 100 grand or, know what I mean, when I, God forbid, when I pass, but that's
Mm-hmm.
a good thing to know. So now I got that in my head. I can, like, okay, I got
Right.
2 kids, my wife. I mean, 100 grand should cover them. You know what I mean? So
Like it should
things like,
it
somewhat.
should cover them, but also I mean, and again, is this the conversation with your spouse, right? Nobody really wants to have it, but you have to
yeah,
have it,
right, right.
and just
Hmm.
Right.
identifying what are your thoughts? Like, are we good? Like, is it enough to send our two daughters to college, right? What does
Right,
that
Right.
look
Right.
like? At least maybe
right.
a semester or two. How much do you think you will need? Then also being able to write down all the debt that you have, because don't think when you pass away the debt those debtors won't come looking for you, because they will.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely will.
Whoever's
Definitely
Right,
will.
responsible for
right.
your estate
Yeah.
they will be asking for their money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah.
So
That's
don't think, I passed away, I'm not paying off that Lexus I'm driving. They'll just, okay.
Yeah, it
Hmm.
moves on.
It
It
moves
moves
on to
on.
whoever you have, whoever's the estate, whoever you put in your estate, which will be your spouse
That's what the
Yeah.
spouse
responsible.
saying.
They're gonna come to
So
her. How
yo,
you
All right.
doing?
so
He owes us this money.
so
mhm.
this way it goes to don't get married, because that's what she telling you. Now I'm fucking with it. The world is done.
No, please
Don't
get
get
married.
married.
I've been married
Yo,
over a
when,
decade.
Shit.
when you get married, if your spouse owes all that money, that debt comes to you. So you know what I mean. I don't want no debt from my spouse. If you went and took that money, pass it. It's on you. Yo, I thought death comes with nothing. Nothing. She's dead or he's dead, not me. I owe
No,
Mm-mm.
you nothing.
That's not
you
how it
definitely.
works.
Shit. Don't, at the,
I owe you
what I was
nothing.
thinking about is just finding the right person. I wasn't really thinking about debt and all that in the long run, but it's good to have life insurance and shit like that to, because like I said, the lady I'm with, she had my daughter, and I want to be with her for the rest of my life. So
Aw.
if my daughter is all right and she's all right, I'm fine. You feel me? If I'm buried, wherever gone,
Yeah.
they good, I'm good.
Well,
So that's how I felt.
as long as we get our affairs in order, at the end of the day, because it's not about,
Yeah.
who we with or who we're not with. You're going to leave this earth at some given point in time. So, just have your affairs in order.
This is
Just wear
just a
that ring.
temporary holding
Yeah.
place.
I
Right.
plead the fifth. So that's why I'm saying give me a $5,000, $7,000 holler. And I'm Gucci with that. I
To
don't need
go,
no 20,000. I don't need no 50. I don't need everybody fake crying. Just put me in a genie bottle. And I'm Gucci. You know what I mean? You can spread you want to
Mhm.
cry? Get some of this. Get some of that. Give us some of that. Keep that money.
That's
You
true.
spending
Everybody
more.
different,
You
bro.
spending more in what's the name?
Yeah. I mean,
Yo,
real talk. If you married, trying to provide for your family when that definitely goes down, because it will. You just got to have your affairs in order at the end of the day. You got to have your affairs in order,
hmm
especially you own things and houses and cars and everything like that.
and
You know,
I think it's all about what you deem important, right? Because here it is. You can, first of all, for $100 a month, well, for $100 a month term life, you can pretty much, depending on your health, can get maybe $200,000 or $250,000 that will cover your family. So you
right.
mean to tell me that once a month you can go out, go to the bar, drink,
Yeah, yeah.
do whatever you want to do, and
Hmm.
blow $100, but you don't have it to make sure that your family is in order, and all it takes is $100 a month. I eat that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
So
definitely.
fact.
it's like, so at the end of the day, it's really, where's your priorities?
That's
Exactly.
true. That's true,
That $100 is actually some people's premium.
man.
Well,
The
no,
insurance
no,
does.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Uh,
The premium is $100, but what I'm saying to you is that $100 that you're putting to your insurance is covering your family two
Right.
hundred and
Hmm.
Exactly.
fifty thousand
Thousand
dollars.
dollars, word.
So
Hmm.
That's
so
Hmm.
if you telling me as an individual, like, how many times you go out a month? Oh, I go to the bar every week. Oh,
Then every day, like
right.
you
So
bought a bar in
right,
your
so you
house.
can cut back on one of them nights, right?
Right.
To
Right.
ensure
Nice.
that
Right.
your family is secure. Like, that's really all I'm saying. It's about what it's about understanding what your priorities are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it
I
doesn't
agree.
take nothing to make sure, because $100 and you blowing that every week, that means that that's nothing to make sure that your family is good. God forbid
So,
something happen. That means
So let
that
me
if
ask
you're
you.
telling me that you don't want to do that, then that's telling me as an individual that your priorities is in the wrong place.
So let me ask you a question. So is it wrong for his mother to be asking for money right now?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you. Is it wrong for his mother to be asking for money? I will say no, because I don't know his mother. Right? She just want to bury her son.
true.
She just want to bury her son. She's mourning. She lost her son. No matter what you or anyone else think about him, he was her son.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
He was
Yep.
her baby. Right? I saw something today. I think it was Denzel Washington. He said a son, his first love is his mother, and the
Mm-hmm.
and the
Always.
mother's last love is her son.
Son, yeah.
Right.
That's her
Always.
son. I have
That's a son.
nothing. If she needs
That's
help to
real.
bury her son,
Yeah.
my heart goes out to her.
And that's
So
yo, that's real.
Okay.
so
Now,
this is
now him on the other hand, let's talk about him. He was at fault for not taking care of his
exactly.
responsibility.
Right.
But his
Exactly.
mother, by no means is she wrong.
Exactly.
Allegedly, if we
So
don't know if that was the case.
Okay, but if it was
exactly,
the
yeah.
case, he's wrong. But his mother, by no way or no fault, is wrong for what she's doing.
Ex-
She's trying to bury her son,
Exactly.
and my heart
Exactly.
goes out to her.
But then
Exactly.
now
I
you got to
agree.
go and see the people that owe her son, or where was her son money? Because if they saying he was a millionaire, somewhere his money is hidden, somebody know where his money at.
Of course.
So he
But
shouldn't
then,
have to go through that.
right,
His
but
mother
also
shouldn't have to.
too,
If they
that
cared,
also goes, if he's a millionaire, when you become a millionaire, right? When you become a millionaire, like, let's say Magic Johnson, I'm gonna give you an example. When you get that status of money, those people like that don't have life insurance because they
yeah,
have millions of dollars. They have to have somebody that's responsible for their estate,
that's
like
it too.
Your Kobe Bryant,
Yeah.
right? Now, for him, if he's in business and he has a business manager and he has somebody who was making sure that the money was funneling
They
in,
had enough for
her next
followers.
her next visit should
Yeah.
be to his accountant and to his business manager.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two people that she needs to see: the
Mm-hmm.
accountant and the business manager,
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. That's a fact. And his
I
lawyer.
agree.
and his
Because
lawyers,
he has a lawyer.
That's
He
right?
has a lawyer. So
And
they
his
gotta come
lawyers.
up with all that.
And
They gotta
again, it
come up
goes
with
back to him again. Go back to the last point. You don't. Everybody think we got all this time in the world to get stuff done. He wasn't thinking that
it.
that night it was
Taking,
going to be the end of him. He in his mind, we will never know. Only God
you
knows.
know.
He probably was like, "Damn, I need to get my affairs in order. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that next Friday."
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
We
but
don't know.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Right.
don't go party or whatever you was doing, and then a situation happened. Yo,
I'm so.
you
Let
gotta
me
be
just be clear.
prepared
Are
for
they
all
saying
that.
that? Are they saying that drugs or something was involved here? Wait?
I
What are they
don't think
saying?
so.
Nah,
I
People
don't
Okay,
think
saying
so.
Red
I'm not
Bull and all
following.
that shit.
I
People
don't
saying
think
Red
so.
Bull.
I'm not gonna
They
believe
saying
off of
mad
what
dumb
they
shit.
saying. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think so.
I'm not following it.
So
I saw that he
yeah.
passed away, and I rest in peace.
Yeah.
I'm not following all that
Yeah,
other crap.
It could be
definitely that.
until the tech and yo, see
All
that's
I
how true it is.
They saying it's a
Until
heart attack, but people saying it's because he was drinking Red
until
Bull and
it's tech
I
technology
we don't know.
or psychology or whatever however you say
Toxicology.
that, but
Oh, okay.
Toxicology
toxicology.
report.
When that comes back, that's when you know. Other than that, there is there's no proof of what happened to him and how that man died. He could have had a stroke, could have had a heart attack, you know what I mean? And stuff
Mm-hmm.
dude like that happens.
And
Just like we
stress will kill
say,
you.
and scratch too, you know,
Yeah. See?
and also thinking too much, thinking too hard. You know,
Okay.
some people think too hard.
All
When
right.
you thinking
He
too
worked too
hard,
hard too. You
but
can work too
thinking
hard.
also thinking too hard could kill you too, cause yo, you trying to and you can't do it. You can't do it. Your brain is stressed out. You stressed out, bro. And it happened to me too. Thinking too hard. Thinking too hard.
So what do you
Thinking
think?
too
Do
hard.
we have any callers? They'll rebuttal on that?
Word.
What's going on with the callers? What's going on with the callers?
It's a blessing, man, though. He
Mhm.
lived to be, what's that, 56, 50,
Yeah.
57.
yeah, 57 or whatever.
Yeah.
Is
57.
yo,
56.
back in the days when
Yeah.
we was young,
57, bro.
they said we ain't supposed to have made it past what 35 or 30 years old, and look how long we making it. So now we dinosaurs, right? Now we, you know what I mean? We
Yeah.
here. You know, a lot of kids didn't make it out the streets back in those days, bro.
That's true, man.
You know what I mean? So you made it past 35. You a king now. You an OG, a real OG.
Yeah. Remember, Flock? Well, y'all time is different from mine. And our time, they say you can't make it past 20. I'm 33, so I made it. You feel me?
Yeah, you know, so
And
that's
I'm gonna
good.
keep making. I'm gonna keep making it because I'm not
That's
in the
good.
streets, and I mean,
And yo,
I
you
don't
gotta
care
eat
about none of
right.
that.
You gotta eat right.
That's
That's
definitely,
what they.
definitely.
That's what they say. That's
That's yeah.
what they say. You gotta
But
eat
I
right,
believe it
cause
though. I believe it though.
yo, Duke was healthy, bro. Duke was
Right.
healthy.
He looked. Yeah. Well, we don't know his life though. He looked
Right,
healthy though.
and when you say a person is healthy, why was he healthy? Because he was thin. That's not
Right.
necessarily true.
Right.
Because you can have diabetes and be the same size that he is, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
Right.
can
Right.
be,
Exactly.
you can
Right.
have all type of internal
We
things happening and
Exactly.
still be
we
skinny and
understand.
still look fit and
We
still.
understand. But you seen a person with a glow and they face so shiny and they face ain't looking so what
That
like
ain't nothing but Vaseline.
Yeah.
yeah,
Makeup and
okay.
shit could do that too. Word.
Oh my
Oh.
god. It's a Vaseline.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, so he
Real
looked
talk.
healthy, man. He didn't look like it was time to go, bro.
Right.
It was
I ain't gonna say
time
all
to go.
that because we don't know when our time is to go. So you know,
Some people you could see that
might have been a
that evil
situation.
cloud, bro. Your face ain't looking too good, man.
Oh, not the cloud. Okay.
Yo, you gonna die tonight. You
Yeah.
outside and die tonight.
Nah.
Oh, we out here living by faith and grace. That's
Yeah. I ain't see that yet.
always, Miss Holmes.
Did he have any
Always.
brothers and sisters, anything like that? He had a brother, right? Brother.
I don't know.
We done,
Okay.
Oh,
they never said that. They only talked about his mother, from what I know. You know what I
I
mean?
think they did
That's
mention
it. Yeah.
some type of other family
Oh, I
members.
saw.
Other family members? Okay.
Yeah.
That's something that
We'll definitely get that
I
out.
should have had investigated that.
Yeah. Well, once they find out that
time.
toxicology,
That's
you
more
know,
time in
she'll
investigation.
have some closure to that.
You know?
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
God bless her. You know,
God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already, you know, we never want to know what it is to lose a child. So you know,
And
No, ever.
we all have children, so you already know that's
you know what's the messed up game about it? Yo, your parents supposed to be the one that go first. You know, and they kids go. That's what's hurting. You know what I mean? Your parents really supposed to be the one. They already lived that life. They already seen that. They might got 20 plus, but you can't say that because like now we got young kids is having young parents. It's young parents. So
right.
like in our days, it's like, yo, bro, my mom's passed, and you know, she had generations.
Yeah.
It's generations. So
Yeah.
you know, mother always and father always say, I want to go first before my kids. So
I mean, that's
kinda,
definitely a blessing when you got your parents still here with you. You know, and
Yeah.
they can see their
Amen.
great grands.
That's
Amen.
beautiful.
You definitely can
That's
see their
beautiful.
great grands. You know, a lot of families don't have that.
That's
You
beautiful,
know, a lot of
man.
families do not have that.
That's beautiful.
It's real rare.
That's what we
Yeah.
go back.
It's
We go
very
back to
rare
the
these days
mother
that you
thing.
have a grandmother who can have, and I am blessed and highly favored because my grandmother is here, alive, well, and kicking, and she has great grands and soon to be great grands, and
Exactly.
it's a
Definitely
blessing.
that. Definitely that.
Right.
Definitely that.
Yeah, that's definitely a blessing.
You know,
That's a
I
blessing.
could ask for nothing else in this world but that.
Word.
You know, if I got anything else in this world, I'm just happy to be fortunate with that.
You know what's sad when you got to get them tatted on your body. You know what I mean? My mom passed. She passed on Easter. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. I got a tattoo on the body. You know what I went through with Easter. You know what I mean? She was in hospice too, man.
Mm.
So you know, like I didn't wish that on nobody. Like, yo, this lady that always was there for me took me to the hospital. You know, made sure I was all right. Anytime I got locked up, anytime I got into anything, she was over there on my side. So, you know, it was like, yo, losing that. Some people don't know how I feel, bro. Like, and I don't wish that on nobody, but
Nah, definitely not that.
you
but,
know, like
we all know what it is to lose somebody that you know was
Hell
real
yeah,
important.
bro.
Like,
And you don't lose them. You just lose them in the physical. They're going to always be with you.
Exactly. You know,
that's why I
true.
say them holidays is like depressing. You got what soon. Mother's Day, you got even Father's Day to people. You got Christmas, Thanksgiving. These is all the times where you sat down and ate with these
And show
people.
it.
Yeah.
And you
Exactly.
had, ain't nobody cooking is never gonna get to that moment where it was that stamp right there. God damn, Mom, you just jumped in the fucking food. You put your whole body, you went butt naked and started swimming. That's how good that shit is. You ain't put your feet. You can't get nobody that
Word.
to duplicate that. You know what I mean? To do nothing.
That's
You know?
Exactly.
You can't get nobody to duplicate that, man.
Not at all.
None of the
and
seasons. Like, it's hard for me.
yeah, and the seasons that's when you feel it the most. You know what I mean? All these holidays and shit, that's when you feel it the most, when
It's hard, man.
you lose
My
people.
thing
You know what I
is,
mean?
when I look at them, I don't even want to know that they're gone. So that's why it's a blessing for me knowing they still there. Just knowing they still there. And even, if God did take them at that point, I already know I would feel, not all that much of upset and, holding that burden, because I already know where, their soul will be.
Well, she said, what we think about the kids and these phones? What y'all think about that?
Shit. Well, for one, I'll tell you this: my daughter go to school and she get on the bus. I got her a phone because I got GPS on that shit. Feel me? So that's why I got her a phone, and I track her
She's
on
driving
all.
somewhere. Oh, you got the
On,
tracker, the kid tracker.
yeah. That she take the
Yeah,
bus to school and I go to
right.
work.
I
I
know,
know what
because
I
you
mean.
said you had GPS on it. You got the kid
Yeah, on her
tracker.
phone. Nah.
Supposed to.
Yeah, that's why I use the
Supposed to.
GPS on her phone.
Right.
So
Oh, okay.
Supposed to.
Yeah.
yeah, so I know when the bus picking her up, when she's going to school, when she coming back, and all of that,
Right.
and all of like she don't got TikTok. My daughter definitely don't got TikTok. I don't deal with that.
Good.
Her YouTubes and stuff, like I'm gonna say my daughter know, like she
Down.
know us as parents, and we don't play that shit. So you know what I mean.
Down.
I'm cool with the phones with my daughter. I don't know how everybody else take it with the kids, but with me and my
I
daughter,
mean,
I use it for the GPS and shit like that, and make sure
yeah,
she good.
for the
So
tracker. Right.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's the safe. That's a safe one too. But
Yeah.
that phone can always be compromised, and
Let me tell
somebody
you.
else can take that phone. So yeah, but
Yep,
I hear what you're
that's
saying.
true.
That's if
I
they're
think
Let me
the
tell
phone.
sleeping.
I
you.
think the phone. I think the phones for kids. I think that's definitely a good conversation to have. But I just
Yeah,
think the phones, period, is an issue.
yeah, it is.
Nowadays it's like you see people, and I see videos. I have family, my sister's correction and PD, and the videos that I see of people like in their last breath, right? Like, or something dramatic is happening, and rather
Hmm.
than
Right.
call 911, people would rather film it. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
true.
where are
That's
we
true.
at as a society where the last 5 minutes or the last 90 seconds that you have,
Yeah,
you rather pull
want
out
to
your
pull out
phone and
like
start
this.
recording as opposed to
Right.
calling 911 or even trying to
Right.
Yo,
assist depending on the situation.
That's crazy.
So
Right.
I
That's
see that
true.
there is a big issue with kids and cell phones, but just people and cell phones, period, is nuts.
Yeah, that's true.
yo,
Yeah.
sister, let me tell you something.
Yup.
They legally snitching on themselves. You
Yeah, of
understand?
course.
Like
We seen that already.
it's all about snitching on yourself. I don't care if they got it today, they might have got it the next day and the day later. You know what I mean? So
It's nuts for me because I
Man.
feel like
if
somebody sent me a video of a guy at some train station, and I'm looking at the video. I wasn't clear what was going on, but I see him just laying on the ground. I thought it was like he was doing something like some type of art to say something. And I
Hmm.
look and I'm looking, and I see a gun and I see a bag, and I'm like, what's going on? So I keep looking, and people are just walking by, like not even saying anything. And then you see people take out their phones and they're just like recording it.
So man.
Then I go to the article. This guy was walking, got into an altercation with a guy. The guy pulled out the gun, shot him, dropped the gun, and ran. But this particular brother that they were recording actually died in the train station. And
Wow.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, and I don't cuss, but
God
I'm like,
but
what the
damn.
but
world?
but sister, I best believe who recorded that. The police is looking for that person to record that. So
Exactly.
they didn't completed the crime. They snitched and they act like they didn't even know they were snitching. Anytime you record somebody on the phone and all that, if police come and apprehend you, they have the right to apprehend you because you have it on the phone. That's evidence. So they need that evidence. So you snitched already. It don't matter if the person died today, yesterday, or whatever. They still have evidence. They still have evidence. So it really doesn't matter. You know, only thing is they recording silly stuff. You know, you recording fights that you know you can incriminate somebody and say you're not a snitch. Anytime you pull out that phone and record a fight, or somebody stealing something, or somebody doing anything that's not right, you a snitch. You a snitch. Don't think, oh, I'm gonna show my man this and all of that. You part of the snitch clan, because if they catch your phone and you do any kind of activity, or your phone accidentally drop and they open up and see these things, they seen all these criminal activity on there. You record your man with guns, smoking blunts, you a snitch.
Man.
Well, I'm so sorry, gentlemen. I have to run, but it was a pleasure
Thank you,
talking to you
thank
gentlemen
you.
this evening.
Definitely
I
was.
really enjoyed myself, and thank you so much for having me. It was truly a blessing.
Blessing, man.
Thank you for being here. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Love, baby. Yo, I hope we get you again, man, to get up on here, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Just let me know.
Yeah,
Real
man.
talk.
It's a good conversation.
was
Bless you,
Tiffany
lady.
James,
Bless you. Have a blessed one.
Good night.
Have a blessed
Have a
one,
good one.
everybody.
You
Big
too.
applause for Tiffany James. You know, thank y'all for pulling up.
Yeah, she definitely had some good topics and questions and all of that, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, but we gotta wrap it up. You know, that was a good topic. You know, we hit on some things. You know, we definitely got some food for thought.
Always.
You know.
So, yes, sir, man. Appreciate y'all guys.
Yeah, you know, Brooklyn and the Brown Table. You know, we're gonna make it happen.
Always.
Definitely got food for thought. That was so informative, man. You know, that was good to go. But
yeah, that's a fact. There was more to talk about, but man, we got more. You know what I mean?
Right.
No,
so we're gonna catch y'all next. We're gonna catch y'all next week here on the Evening Rush Network.
Yes, sir.
Brooklyn and the Brown Table.
Yeah.
At 9 p.m.
Always.
Pull up.
All Tuesday.
Hello.
Thank y'all for y'all support.
Baby.
Love, peace.
Have grace.
I did.
Have grace.